When distortion lasts long enough, something else begins to happen. Not suddenly, not dramatically, quietly. The system starts to drift. Drift isn't failure, it isn't collapse, and it isn't chaos. Drift is movement without awareness. Most organizations believe that drift happens because people stop caring, because standards slip, because discipline fades. That's rarely true. What actually happens is more subtle. Systems drift, people drift, and we treat those two things as if they were the same. And they're not. System drifts happens when the structure slowly moves away from original single purpose. Policies evolve, process expands, metrics replace meaning, and over time, the system becomes optimized for something it wasn't ever designed to do. Human drift is different. Human drift happens when people lose connection to why their work matters, when effort feels performative instead of purposeful, when contribution becomes compliance, when energy turns into endurance. Most leaders respond to drift by choosing the wrong lever. They try to fix human drift by tightening the system. More rules, more oversight, more messaging, more training, more accountability. But tightening a drifting system doesn't restore alignment. It accelerates separation. At the same time, they try to fix system drift by coaching people. Better attitudes, stronger leadership, more engagement, more resilience. But you can't coach your way out of structure misalignment. The results is predictable. People feel blamed for problems they didn't create. Systems feel rigid while outcomes keep slipping. And no one can explain why nothing seems to work. Drift is dangerous because it feels normal. Nothing is broken enough to demand attention. Nothing is loud enough to trigger urgency. The system still functions. The work still gets done. The meeting still happens. The report still gets filed. But the signal is weaker. And the longer drift continues, the harder it becomes to remember what alignment even felt like in the first place. Organizations don't wake up one day and realize they've drifted. They realize it when something forces the issue. An incident, a resignation, a breakdown in trust, a result that can't be explained by effort alone. By then, the drift has already shaped how the system thinks. Here's the part that's the hardest to accept. Drift doesn't mean the system failed. It means the system adapted. Just not in the direction anyone intended. And systems that adapt without awareness become very good at protecting the drift itself. They defend it, they rationalize it, they normalize it. They call it the way things work. Correction drift isn't about stopping movement. It's about noticing it. It's about understanding what moved, what stayed, and what quietly disappeared along the way. Signal is what reveals drift. Not by pointing fingers, not by assigning blame, not by showing the distance between what the system believes and what the system actually produces. When leaders finally hear that signal, the work changes. Because drift isn't corrected through force, it's corrected through clarity. In the next reflection, we'll talk about why modern organizations are saturated with activity but starved for understanding. Why noise feels productive and why signal feels uncomfortable. And why the hardest things for a system to do is slow down enough to listen. This is Signal Reflection. I'm Jay Allen.
This isn't a safety manual. It's a transmission. Jay Allen, PhD, host of the Rated R Safety Show and founder of Safety FM, has spent years pulling back the curtain on the systems we work in and the ones we don't talk about. What started as a fatal crash on the 405 became a search for truth. Through behavior-based safety, human and organizational performance, simulation theory, and everything in between. Safety, in my opinion, is raw, reflective, and real. From burnout to breakthroughs, from the matrix to the moment someone says, "This doesn't feel right." This book doesn't give you answers. It hands you the signal. Safety, in my opinion. Available now, wherever books and audiobooks are found. You've seen the loop. You've felt the shift. The script doesn't fit anymore, and neither do you. Safety transmission. The collapse of the construct is the third and final signal in the trilogy from Jay Allen, PhD. And this time, it's not about waking up. It's about what you do once you're awake. The system didn't break. It just stopped pretending to hold you. And now it's blinking, rebranding presence, packaging resistance, and calling it progress. This book isn't a guide. It's a transmission. It doesn't teach the system how to evolve. It shows you how to stop performing for it. You'll see what happens when awareness becomes responsibility, when audits don't listen, and when leadership becomes a loop. But if you've made it this far, you're not here to be managed. You're here to carry signal. Safety transmission. The collapse of the construct. Now available in print, Kindle, and audiobook. Narrated by Jay Allen, PhD. Because if it couldn't hold your signal, it was never real to begin with.